Alright, so since you completed the first contract, I decided to give you another just to see what's going on. So if I just edge myself over here, these are what all of the bad guys look like, and on the other side is what all the guys helping you out look like. We are currently at, let's see, I mean the big ass we start here marker, but for those of you that are illiterate, 047044, and you have a task of 4 objectives to do today. Going over them, first and foremost, Objective 1 is a checkpoint that is one of the major checkpoints into this large capital city of this entire territory. The taking of this checkpoint kicks off the entire operation, so all the green 4 symbols you see will start coming as you are attacking that checkpoint. So you might have some assistance come towards the north from other contracted forces to come by. If you want a picture of what they look like, it's on the other side. If you want a picture of what the guys you're fighting, the local PDF, look like, just note the turret-looking guy, because they're all going to have a standardized kit with the same helmet and chest piece, if not slight variations of it. But your first objective is to simply take that checkpoint and then assist Green 4 forces going in on the Op 4 force. Second objective is pretty much the same thing, to get a foothold in to take another military position. Objective 3 is where you're actually going to encounter your HVT. Again, his picture is in the middle right there. Notice the beret. He's going to be the only guy in the AO wearing a beret. He will probably be at that presidential palace area, so feel free to eliminate him. And then Objective 4, again, is helping the northern group that's going to land at an LZ take that airfield, and hopefully by then victory will be declared. Now, we don't know if the HVT is going to stay in the area. He could just literally run straight out of the AO when he notices how many guys are actually coming around him, but he feels pretty confident with his troops. So he might stay there, but if you don't find him there, feel free to radio that to me, and I'll try to figure out what happened. Otherwise, let's see. Civilians are probably going to be expected in this AO. Please don't shoot them. Some of the contracted forces we have working with you are from this planet, so if they see you doing that, they might turn on you. The infantry markers for Green 4, which are the allied forces represent infantry, they might have a few tanks as shown on the other side. Also some scavenger drones that we bought may also be used. Then the the LZs are going to represent where a single shuttle containing 3 squads of infantry and a tank are going to be deployed, and then either they'll go to their objective or they'll do a force split depending on what goes on. So this is just an operation where you'll be working alongside, you know, more forces, the bigger AO, yada da. But if you're going to concern your things like, you know, all the armored-looking guys, for example, the big-ass droid right here, or the AT-ATP, whatever you call that, or the ARC 170s, I wouldn't worry about that, because if you look on the other side, you'll see that, you know, there are tanks and Z95s to counter those, but still wouldn't hurt to bring a piece of AT, especially for the first objective, because then you'll be fighting some things on your own. So I'd definitely recommend a PLX or something, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Any other questions?
I got a question.
Yeah, go.
What do friendly forces look like? The green guys?
They're on the
Other side. So if you literally come around the holo table, you'll see 5 more images, and those are all friendly.
Oh.
But otherwise, looks like they're going to do some reconning from the side. I mean, going up here would be pretty smart, you know, with a that little rangefinder I saw them have. But we're going to set the AI skill to a solid 90, 35, 50, 50. And then let's also make sure that Blue 4 and Independent will shoot each other. I literally tested this 2 hours ago, but just so you guys can see it, so you know I'm not lying to you, if I were to put this angry boyo down and this angry boy down, yes, they do shoot each other. And that is all we need to know. Slush, we don't really do any Star Wars stuff in TSB anymore. It's kind of like the Mass Effect mod set. It's on ice, and we'll go from there, you know? You know, I just realized I completely forgot how to do reinserts, so we're gonna play it by ear. I'll do it between objectives. Oh, no problem, Brad. Hopefully I'll be able to give you some more tonight. But let's see, Bruce and Moon going off the left here as a 6-man group comes up the road. If I were to see this AO from over here or whatnot, I'd obviously put some AT in that puppy first, and then I would clear out the rest. But as shots start, I'm going to field a squad over, and then if they take too long, I'll get a tank. Oh, by the way, this scavenger droid is OP as shit. Like, it has, if you stay in the driver's seat and then you go into manual file and leave manual fire, if you look at something and hit the R button, it'll come up with a little box. This might actually be a vanilla feature, but then you can just hold the trigger down, and then the gunner AI will automatically target it and fire when you click the mouse button to make it fire. So you can literally just fly around with the damn thing, spamming the R key and the trigger, and just murder a bunch of dudes without even aiming. It's interesting. But yeah, I don't know, Slash. I don't know if we'll do anything TSB related for Star Wars or whatnot outside of like special events, because like, how do I put it? There's just a stigma. So many people in there want to keep working with what we have, and there's already so much in there. And I get, you know, wanting to go in and make new ideas, but we already have, you know, 4 or 5 active mod sets. We got Maine, Vietnam, World War II, and Unsun. I think those are the 4 that are really used right now. There's already a lot from that. Again, I'd like to expand into a mod set, but the stigma of what everyone's playing and what everyone wants to do is just based off of those 4. So again, I don't want to extend things past that. Plus, nowadays, I need to get a lot more people's approval to do that, and I know there will be people that stonewall me if I try to do something like that, so... Unsun's not... How do I put this? Unsun is just about as buggy as any other mod set is, to be perfectly honest, Admiral. It still has its own bugs in its own right. For example, the dual CPU ZPU gun that shoots, you know, 2 14.5mm shot barrels. If you go more than 80 meters away from it, it'll disappear from your view, but it'll still be like spawned there, and it'll still shoot at you. You know, it has bugs like that. If your certain AA guns fire up into Hueys and blow them up, it'll sometimes crash the server. That's also because Pook's SAM pack is pretty janky because it hasn't been updated with all the new stuff over the years. Unsun itself as a framework is perfectly fine. I mean, we just had an Unsun op yesterday, worked really well, and we had today's highlight was one of those bamboozle highlights that we used on him, so... One nitpick I'm going to say right off the bat is they should have just had those 2 guys like come up here, and then they could have gotten some really good eyes. But I am going to say this one. I do like how they are doing recon. I wish more people in my ops did recon of an objective before they attacked it. Yeah, bugs in Arma. You know, I love a new terminology I've coined, or I guess a new phrase of you know, there's so many rare bugs in Arma these days that it's actually common to find a rare bug because of just how many and how infrequently you find them. Like Friday Night Fights, there's so many spawn bugs you can find. Like, if not the week of, it's at least one every other week. It's pretty funny. Not bugs, just features. You're right, as Todd Howard would say. Exactly. So we do have some other people spawning in. The end loading screen scripts I have working for them, I switched it to a player, what was it? Init player server. So every time a player joins in, the server executes the end loading screen script, and I think it's worked so far because I haven't seen anyone bug out for it. Alright, make your kit, tell me when you're ready, and I will teleport you up to where the main group is. If you want a general idea of what looks like what, the bad guys are in front of me, and if you look behind me, the good guys are on that side. You'd have to get a little further on the behind, though. And if they're not loading for you, you just got to get really close to them. There you go.
Alright, I'm ready.
You're ready? Cool. Olympus, this is contractor message, over.
This is Olympus, send it.
Roger, I have a late guy. I'm going to teleport him up to Walrus, over.
Solid copy, go ahead.
Stand by. Alright, Pounder, teleport. And you want to make sure, like, I'll either tell him to go prone or, you know, teleport him behind Defilade. So I think now they're coming up here. See, I didn't want to spawn the guys in yet in case there was something weird that happened, but we can just assume they're hiding in this construction building. But again, once the fire kicks off, the only thing I'm going to spawn is this one squad to come down and assist them. It'll probably be 2 squads, actually. But we'll, you know, as they're maneuvering, we'll be spawning the extra stuff. No, I mean, Admiral, ops like that, though, are awesome, though. When you put in a lot of details on, like, the main aspect of a map, it can be very memorable for the players, as long as everything else is done right. But heaven forbid you screw one little thing up, and, the players bitch at that one little detail for the rest of the op. I kid you not. So I think these guys, yep, they just found the other one, which is just standing right there. I've got it doing a nice little overwatch of the little path right here. I mean to take that out with the tank or an aircraft, or let them take it out with the PLX, but we'll see how things go. Yeah, heaven forbid you use the wrong faction's howitzer. Exactly. Like, fuck's sake, the VDV Russian op, I gave the marksman the wrong scope for his I gave him the wrong PSO for his SVD. It's the same fucking one I've given in every single one of my ops previously, but because I had a few guys join in that usually never play my ops, I got so much bitching in the brief, and I literally just went, dude, take it or leave it. Like, put it in feedback, tell me which one the right one is, and I will change it for next time. Of course, they never tell me which one the right one is, and they never say anything in the feedback channel. So, you know, 3 more months down the line, when they decide to try my ops again, they're gonna bitch at it and at me. The issue is, I'm not gonna spend the fucking 2 hours trying to find which one goes to which gun, you know? Like, I just take the one that seems practical, or the one I literally have seen other people use in other communities. You know, that works. Well, whatever. What are we talking about? Just me bitching about op development and whatnot. To answer affections, answer about will this be made into a video? Yes. When is TBA? Because again, I've got a lot of footage to edit, but hopefully starting tomorrow, we'll get back onto the 3 video release track, maybe even a 4th here or there, so I can, you know, get a few core things out. But we'll probably see one day where we release 2 PvP videos back to back, and then the rest will be some Arma videos. But again, getting some of that front log done. That's why it's always good to use 2035 stuff, because you can always pull stuff out of your ass. Again, that's kind of like why I like to use some sci-fi stuff too, because it lets me pull some stuff from anywhere to make my own headcanon. Yet when I make things like that in the quote-unquote Liru-verse, I also get shit for it, and it's like, well, yeah, because you know exactly what goes on in my head, right? I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what goes on in my head half the time. But let's see, we have 2 guys that have... Oh, don't do that. Okay, so why'd I just say that? That's because now I have to set up more patrols, more garrisons. I have a certain way of doing things, and if they're going to make me go in already... Okay, let me think. So first and foremost, I have to get these pilot crews ready to go. Again, with meeting any player base, you have to learn their meta, see how they do things, yada-da. This one is no exception. And, you know, I haven't told them to do anything specific. It's just me literally trying to make things work here, but also a matter of I have my own little personal gripes of, you know, if you do X, then I have to do Y, and doing Y means the server's gonna lag a little harder, and since I don't really know the framework or capabilities of said server. There we go. Mission has started. That, and let's go ahead and send things going. Oh man, these AI all the way back here reacted to that. Kind of funny.
3, do not fire.
How are these?
Stand by. I'll handle them. Just everything's just started kicking off, so I gotta now get all this sorted. Yeah, so engaging that a little close, not the best idea. Probably gonna make people wait at base a few minutes, and then I'll just teleport you behind the main force. Just to make it easy. Alright. So that's kicking off. These forces are coming in. And then I'm not going to have anything get added until big things happen. But yeah, no, those guys are adamant about running around in the town itself. Which is a touch annoying, but, you know, we got to make do what we have. So,
Roger that.
set up all the patrols I don't want to set up because I want to save frames, but, you know, c'est la vie, we'll make things do. Let's see.
On the way.
At least with the gunshots kicking off now, I can organize them like so.
On the way. Copy.
And at least this group, I can also aggro because now we know that shit's kicked off and it's hitting the fan. Allied forces coming in, they've pushed up. Got a few hidden traps I can do to people, but oh wait. Alright, Pounder, stand by. Alright, I gotta ready the 2 Z95s for the ambush, so let's go ahead, put these puppies' engines on. Again, I gotta take them off manually, which is annoying because of how they're scripted to take off. But let's see if they'll actually follow my movement orders since they're doing that little swivel bullshit. Alright, cool.
On the way.
Oh, Kak is also doing the one thing where he's not getting in the... There we go.
On the way.
What are you? You're the rear gunner, and yet you're running off. Okay. See, this is why I hate some of the Star Sim stuff, because it's not scripted properly. So right off the bat, we're seeing some of them flare off. More forces coming in over here. I don't know what just engaged them.
On the way.
Whether or not that was friendly fire. Alright, Z95's going over the AO. Wow, their AI is actually really finicky with those things. Was hoping for a bit of a lower battle going in, but that's fine. Again, we're just telling a story here. And let's go ahead and get one of these bad boys to go in. It's a tank with a big repeating gun. Shove that over.
Roger that. Roger.
Now, this guy I'm going to go ahead and RC and have him run down. But again, all of these kits are custom. All the bad guy kits, all the good guy kits, quote-unquote bad guys and good guys. All of their kits, I'd assume they customized as well. And I'll go ahead and start RCing some stuff and shooting at dudes. I love how they have a little hit marker thing, too. Ah, the good old sit and engage. Then again, he was trying to pull back. It was the guy on his left that hit me. Alright, and that's also prompted that guy to start running around.
Solid copy.
Please tell me you know how to drive that thing,
Understood.
like you did in testing.
Solid copy.
Thank God for that. So these guys are starting to run in. We're seeing some combat. Off the planes go. And they've made the other, cool. The other one bail out. We're going to get the rest of these guys to run in.
We'll go.
And I'll get another wave of Z95s. We'll probably have one more come in on the AO.
Standing by.
If I just give you a move order, will you actually follow it, or do I have to shut your engine on again? Because again, sometimes these things are pretty damn finicky. Trying to line up a ground shot there. But he doesn't actually release the payload. Of course he doesn't. Probably because he's set to defend only, right? Yep. Alright, so these guys have cleared this area out. Now we're going to start having forces run in. I got 1 or 2 more minutes before I have to send the gunships in. But let's go ahead. Start copying and pasting the rest of these forces to come in.
Roger.
I don't want them to have a keyhole on that guy. I think they're just trying to see if he'll try to escape or something. And of course they're sniping out the pilots of these guys, so I gotta run them in to make do here. Alright, manual takeoffs. That, or it looks like they were actually hit here. Now, what's gonna suck is it's gonna pause here as the Zeus loads out of it. He's immediately flaring. For the love of God, I'm gonna fill that because the AI are being dumb. No! Get back in it. I will take this off manually too. What are you doing? What are you?
Objective 1 has been cleared, and there are friendlies in the area that will be staying by to keep it held over.
This is Contractor Roger. Continue on assignment out. Alright, we're gonna start getting the gunships in play here. Unless the Z95 can't do anything with whatever, we'll make it work. Let's see. This is where things are gonna be a little interesting. Why did you just stop working? Why you gotta do that to me, game? Yeah, this is where things are gonna get a little chunky here. Each one of these can take 3 squads. I have to actually watch these things go in, though, because they don't dismount the vehicle properly. They'll leave it, but they won't actually leave it. You'll see what I mean in a second.
On the way.
also have to copy paste a tank. Which again, we'll get there when we get there.
Copy. Copy that. Solid copy.
Yeah, so that's the aircraft firing at him. So I need to basically just send another 2 Z95s in, and that should even out that last thing there. Again, telling the story is a little hard when we have everything kind of out and about, but make it work. Shut these guys' engines on, or excuse me, put them on. That should be A-okay for what we're trying to establish here. I hope they don't try to solo that, because I'm going to kick their asses if they do. So we got that thing flaring off. That's cool. I'm going to take a copy of this. Alright, I'm out of their field of view.
Understood. Copy that. Copy.
Go ahead and start putting tanks up. But when that one aircraft goes down, I'll be able to put those tanks up and be fine with them. Without trying to kill themselves. But alright, so these things almost landed on either side. That's good. They're still flaring up. We're out of ARCs. Cool. Cool. Yeah, vanilla ordnance. I know. Again, that's... I think it's a little annoying too, but again, we work with what we got. So these guys dismounting, they don't actually dismount. See, they're kind of being stuck in the ship here, so you gotta make sure they get pulled out. So that's, again, an aircraft getting shot down here, but I gotta make sure everyone gets pulled out here before that aircraft takes off, otherwise a lot of guys are gonna get killed. But it looks like these guys are actually dismounting properly, which is nice. So I'm gonna count to 10, and then we'll get back on station here. But let's see, I'm going to just put these guys back into play here. In testing, the ARC 170s will actually like fire out and destroy. Ah, crap, that pulled up. All right, but all of them got out. Let me check this one real quick. Okay, so this is good. They're actually, see this guy, see, he gets stuck and they get killed off. Yep, so again, that's one of the things I wanted to try to avoid. But now I have to actually, I'm going to grab a tank for each one. It's going to be like an actual physical tank here with machine guns. Now, one of these groups is supposed to head south. And then the other two groups I'm going to grab with the tank to head up here to Palace Exquisite. Just send those guys around. So again, we have the Z95s all, you know, kind of doing their thing. We're having some AGMs go out too. Again, trying to have it all be a little bit cinematic here. But I'm hoping that this tank over here will start engaging it. So again, a little bit messy in terms of deployment because I had to start last minute garrisoning things here, but we make it work.
Understood.
So, get all that going. And now we can relax and just let the whole incident unfold here. So I'm going to set up a patrol right there. Tank is going to start pushing up. These guys, I have no idea what you're doing.
Copy.
So I guess I got to waypoint them.
Roger that. Copy that.
Yeah, their AI can be a little silly sometimes.
Understood.
Yeah, we're seeing AT kind of engaged. I do not want to have to break these guys apart. But I will absolutely respawn them if I need to. When I say break apart, I literally mean, like, you know, drag them apart. But at the same time, I don't want to, but I will. Because I want their pathing to go properly here. And then, you know, honestly, those guys I can just delete because that group is going to be heading to the south there. So I'm going to give this guy back his fuel, and I'm going to have him pull back over here. That rocket was short. It works. It's a little wonky, but definitely works. And these guys don't have any AT. So it's gonna be up to this thing to fire at it, but he's defending himself instead. I'd be able to do this a lot more smoothly with Zeus Cash, but make it work. Just blow that up. That's what I'll petition for. I gotta make sure the assets aren't going to defend only either, but
Roger.
make things work. Alright, so these guys are starting to get into a firefight here. We can claim that this thing is detract, so I'm gonna hit the G key on him. I gotta wonder right now what's engaging what here. So they have air superiority. We just have to get more things into combat here. I'm gonna end key one of these tanks just to say it gets hit by something. And again, these infantry are just taking their sweet time because of how these squad elements work. One of the tanks got flipped. Wow, amazing. Gotta love how everything works here. But again, we're gonna just have orchestrated fights between local forces and the PDF go out here.
On the way.
And then I can always spawn some stuff in the corners. So I got the blue 4 guys all templated out as well, and I will go ahead and we'll just spawn some of them right here, and you know, we can have at least those laser shots go on. I'm used to the lasers being a lot louder in ops, but that's from swap. These ones just don't want to, you know, give me the justice here. So it's harder to, you know, have that ambient fight be heard in the distance, you know? But it does sound like they're actually, you know, the Z95s are conducting airstrikes here, which I do like to see.
On fire.
Just it also sounds like they, you might have some people engaging each other here. And once again, you idiots decide to go in the water. I don't get it. Stop it.
On the way.
Just please, for the love of God, take the land route.
On the way.
I gotta look into what AI mods these guys are using, if any, or if this is just pure vanilla. Could be either, to be perfectly honest, but looks like these guys just got airstruck by something. Yeah, so I gotta stop using like big direct waypoint, big general waypoints. Instead, I gotta
On the way.
send things out accordingly. But these guys are supposed to win the fight, and then I'll bring up some more QRF from the back. But let's see, so these guys I can delete for now. I'm not going to spawn any more Z95, so I can get rid of that. I'll spawn another squad. I'm not sure if I'll do the scavenger droid just yet. That's only if I absolutely need to. And then I'm thinking we're actually starting to get out of range here, so I'm going to grab a proper LR here. Let's see. Any one of these will work. For a moment, it's been a little bit of a slow start here, but we're doing our best to make it all work. So this is one group I templated. We're gonna have again come on the rear, and then I can always send up more tanks from you know, where they would be quote unquote allied there. So we can just send up another pair from the crossed area, and we can go from there. So.
Roger.
Have those things come up.
Solid copy.
And again, the main fight's happening over there. We're having a big fight on the airfield here. Yeah, so I think these guys are striking at that AT-ATP, but they're not accurate, so it's just landing around. But I will try to have that LADA escape. But now you're having the main force kind of go up here. I will spawn in some more squads in the town itself, just to send as dynamic forces. Again, just to make sure there's a little bit more of the shooty today. Any plans to do some 2035 stuff? Not on my roster, no.
Solid copy.
That can always change, but not officially. I don't have
Roger
anything
Roger that.
planned to go for that. Got those 2 tanks coming in. I mean, based off of all of my LZ and insert vectors, everything is working as I have it set up here. But I'm gonna have these guys on garrison. Because they are getting engaged here. Now, I did tell them there'd be civvies in this AO. I was gonna spawn them in gradually, but instead it turned into me having to wait to,
Copy.
put them out at a different angle. I was about to RC that guy to do AT on him, but... see if I can get this disposable tube at a different angle here to hit one of those tanks, because the AI aren't going to do it for me. They did it to 1 Vic already, actually, so that's a bit of a lie, but... ooh, that was a stun grenade there. So there's that firefight going on in the back. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wow, so it's literally just a reskinned... yeah, that is literally a reskinned RPG. Alright, well... go ahead and do that thing. So your sick fantasy is coded, just not modeled? Yes, 10! Glad to hear, glad to hear. I love it. Yes! We'll see that in a few days, Chad, don't worry.
Do you want me just to run?
We're gonna wait a few minutes. I'm gonna let them take objective 2, and then I'll bring you in as a wave. Sound good?
I'm good.
They've been radioing to me when things are cleared, so we'll just keep that going.
Wheel call.
Whoever
On the
was
way.
on that building,
On the
like,
way.
garage, and didn't shoot that bad guy, I'm gonna have a talk with
On
him.
the way.
Was it you?
Roger.
That was probably me because I saw a bunch of guys on the other side.
Alright, let's bring this guy up the main street here. Again, it's just all about trying to
On the way.
make all this stuff work. I'm trying to have this field come in.
Solid copy. Solid copy. Solid copy.
And I'm just trying to have them hit that rear base so the Mandos don't have to do it, but should be a-okay. Any spooky mystery ops planned? Yes, later in the month.
Understood. Copy that.
I'm just gonna say it looks really cool, this invasion thing.
On the way.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
And the
On the
AI
way.
is actually working in the fighters.
Yeah, from what you guys have probably seen, I have watched 3 of them just nosedive, but, I mean, the other ones are working, which is good. It's the important part.
Yeah.
I like immersion.
As long as all the annoying stuff doesn't get spotted by the players, it's all good, right?
Yeah. Alright, so we should have you in probably a minute or 2. I'm just waiting for the radio call, but they're still fully breaching the, like 1 or 2 more buildings. Group of QRF coming up, they're gonna run into that group. We got this other Op 4 force coming in.
Got guys north of them.
That was an airstrike just done on the escape aircraft. Okay. Yep, so we are gonna have a little bit of use with Glocko's Glocko there. Not gonna lie, that rocket actually sounds really beefy, but I'm going to grab this thing and do a little return fire there if I have the angle. Not by much. I am noticing that the AI are a little stiff to engage stuff too, so I'll be wondering how I'll be able to fix that in the growing area there. Alright, they've cleared it. They're not radioing it back, so I'm just gonna teleport you ahead of time. So we got Pounder and Thrawn Boy. So let's see. Pounder. Thrawn Boy. So Tent, how long do you think till that quote unquote sick fantasy is textured? Wink. Because I'd love to throw that against Dante. It is something for Phasmophobia. I just want to see what happens. All right, we are seeing the repeating turrets on the rooftops actually engaging some of these Op 4 guys. So major flank being hit right there. Think I'm gonna need these scavenger turrets today. Falcons lose connection. I don't think that's a memory leak that happened on the mission file, but something I'll have to review later. And then just on the rear again, 2 more squads to come in.
Copy. Copy. On the way. Solid copy. Understood. Roger that.
We'll see how things go. I don't have any plans to play the game squad. No, I do not. I know there's a lot of cool mods coming out for it, but I am thoroughly at capacity with my workloads at this time.
Solid copy.
And I don't have anything I see needing my absolute attention. But now you have an airstrike coming in with that Z95 on this compound. So I like it. They're actually dynamically engaging. I think they're trying to hit some of the statics, which is why they did that. But they'll do that to statics. All right. It's good to know. It's good to know. Yeah, there's about to be a lot of action in here, and I am noticing a little bit of frame hiccups here. Oh, Moon just decided to try to play a game of going on the high ground here, and he lost that one because of the amount of static turrets I have that immediately shot at him. Alright, so I'm going to be honest, these can be deleted now because they're no longer in the field of view. I can delete the stuff back here. Again, because another big thing is always deleting bodies, but I'm going to have the AI try to follow in where they can, because again, this is going to be where a big fight is. No, he's not dead yet, okay. Falcon, I'll just have to do a quick TP in because he crashed. I'll delete the stuff back here. I think for in terms of waves of tanks, I'm done, but the, let's see, all the crashes that happened outside of the map, I'll do all the debug stuff. I've confirmed that that doesn't do anything bad, so airstrikes will keep coming in. And let's see, the corner stuff back here. These guys, I think, are pulling back. Yeah. So it's just up to those fields to work instead. And now the Mandos are going to be more on the front line here, so they have to be a little bit careful because, you know, they're fighting what's meant to be, you know, a combined force going up to help elevate everything. But, I mean, Assassin, it's, like, I have so much content planned right now that, like, the 2 days off, you know, where I only released 2 videos instead of 3, and there was 1 day where I only released 1 video. I'm struggling to actually see, like, how I'm gonna catch up, even if I release 3 videos, going forward. Just shows the need that I really need to keep my front log going, but at the same time, like, it's hard to do when you have multiple midterms due in the week. But digression aside, I think this off's going pretty well. Moon's trying to, again, get up here and snipe what he can. I think he's just trying to find some angles here, but what I can do to be a jerk is I can grab Commander Fudgehead here, and I can switch to the HE rounds, and I can literally light him the fuck up. Yeah, that got him. I love that gun. Moon's a friend of mine, but he's gonna be mad about that one. Yeah, he did ask if it was Klocko's, and I'm like, well, I gave him the most powerful gun I could find, so yes. Yes, that was Klocko. So I'm waiting for it. Did he just end up in debug for that one? Hey Moon, how was your trip?
Glocko's Glocko, huh?
Glocko's Glocko, yeah. I mean, they already shot at you multiple times. I guess the dictator decided to finish you off himself. Isn't that neat? Let me know when you want the TP back. I'll put you in the base behind him. When I say them, I mean the players. What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. All right. I mean, in the picture, he literally has Glocko's Glocko, so yes, I am going to use that thing. I mean, that thing, that's a fun gun. But at the same time, guys, like, don't be in the same spot where you got shot at earlier and keep going up there, because I identified he was up there, and I shot him. I'm gonna ride these guys around. I need to get them out of the water, because they're being dumb and drowning. Amazing. And it looks like they didn't actually like being pulled apart, because they were mission file side units. Alright, let's go ahead and send them around. Yep, so they're trying to spearhead with the Op 4 units. The guys that are back here, I'm going to go ahead and delete, because they're the ones falling back, so they're out of play. And let's see. Got some guys back here. Falcon, I'm not sure if he glitched out. He was loaded in, so that should have been fine. Let's see, in terms of bodies that I want to delete, I don't have any more because I want to kind of keep the piles. These guys I'm going to delete because they have pulled out of the AO. Keep that going. So how are these guys doing? We have a lot of dudes that died in the open. We've got one squad kind of turned over, though. When that Z95 comes back around, I do want to do an airstrike on that ATAP. Is that what it's called? I mean, just for the sake of my own sanity. ATAP, yep, okay. I usually just call it a pod walker. Yeah, you got the dynamic fighting. This thing is still cooking off! How much fucking ammo do they... I hate... That's another thing I hate about SWAT, no offense. The amount of ammunition they put in their fucking lats is atrocious, okay? Like, Ace will have it cook off for literally half an hour because of the shit they load into that thing, man. Like, I'm just, for any cinematic lats going forward, I'm literally just gonna take the ammo away, because it's ridiculous that that thing is still exploding. Oh god, Hart gifting 25 subs out, but the audio is busted. I feel bad. Anyway, if you got a sub from Hart, make sure you thank him. Hart, thank you so much. I hope all of you are staying safe from COVID. I hope all of you are getting a kick out of all the crazy ops that we are, varying around and doing, and I hope you're all getting a kick out of these operations. Why? What happened to my statics? Why are the statics doing that? Ooh, gosh, they're throwing multiple grenades at each other here. Looks like they're dealing with a medical situation as well. Yeah, I hear nothing but cook off either, again, because of this stupid lag. So I'm gonna cheat. None of them are here. Watch this, watch this. If I just copy you, I put you over here, I end key it, so there are two ways I could do that. One, I could throw it in the ocean, and that gets rid of all the Ace cook-off stuff. And then, boom, it's now quiet. Moon was on the high ground, though. He might have... No, he didn't, because I had that one thing in the way. Excellent. So, yeah, literally, just shove it in the ocean if no one's looking. You can bring it back, and then, boom, cook-off stops. Or you can spawn another one, take away all the ammo, and then switch it out. And it'll stop the Ace cook-off effect. Actually, it'll significantly lower it because now it's not, trying to keep track of the ammo anymore. A lot of creative ways you can do it. So again, it's just a lot of ways on how you can adjust things like so. So with this group of guys, I'm going to literally break them apart, send them to the front gate, and then just waypoint them in, and maybe the miniguns will mow them down. Which is exactly what they're doing. See, I love this Chad, though. He's got the heavy repeater from Republic Commando. So I'm just going to go in. Do my best there. But yeah, no, I'm going to petition these guys at Arma Zeus cache, because they don't run any Battle Eye stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad. Moon's trying to solo the objective again. I'm going to kill him. Because he's been jetpacking around. You see a shadow right there.
Hello.
I would have won that fight if the AI had ace too, but whatever. Falcon, you back?
Yep.
Cool, I'll teleport you in 1 second.
Right.
It's not TSB Falcon. But let's see, they're breaching into here. Let's see, Falcon. Cool. But I'm gonna yell at Moon for that, because why would you, as a guy lone wolfing in your own AO, do the AO on your own? You know, that's kind of rude to the rest of the guys, but it's because the Glocko jammed, yeah, right? Let's see. Op 4's in here. I'm gonna do an airstrike on that one target. But now this is essentially going to be wrap up. And we're slowly having all these guys coming as well. All right. So one thing I can do for this group of guys, I can literally bring them over. Hold them in. And now let's see, these guys are going to be taken apart. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to RC this guy as the leader, and that should hopefully let the other guy move out of that position as well.
Contractor, this is Olympus.
This is Contractor, send message. Oh, wait, I switched to an LR, I forgot. This is Contractor, send message, Olympus.
Contractor, this is Olympus. Be advised, the HVT is KIA, Oscar Mike to Objective 4.
Roger, out. Yeah, so we'll just have a lot of bodies here. Everything's kind of being wrapped up. Yeah, no, I don't know what's up with Falcon's connection today, but his mods are just not having it. I'm going to set up one little fight here to be in between, and whatever happens with it happens. But we're going to put those guys down, and then I need Op 4. Oh, they totally just saw those guys appear, which, oh well. Shit. My bad. So that aircraft just tried to engage this target set to defend only, which is something I can't fix. It's any ground Vic when they're being attacked by aircraft, they usually go to defend only unless they're like a specific AA vehicle, so it makes it hard to kind of make them work together, but you can find ways around it. Alright, let's play with the Z95. What do I have here? I have 4 of those heavy rounds left. Okay, I mean that's gonna go by super quick. Also, this thing is going super fucking fast. Oh my god, I cannot turn it for shit. Alright, fuck it, let's go low beams then. Yeah, no wonder the AI is having trouble with this. I can't even hit the damn thing either. Alright, I have an idea. Very dumb idea, but this will at least make me break speed pretty easily. I don't get how anyone can fly that damn thing, to be perfectly honest, like, just with how crazy maneuverable that thing is. Alright, I'm gonna get on the gunner of this and just start going to town. How much health does it have left? Oh, it hasn't even been touched. Alright, so let me show you how OP this thing is. First and foremost, it has a big-ass cannon. So, actually, no, this is the small-ass cannon. And apparently it's a mass driver, which is even worse. You go to the gunner seat, you got this puppy. This puppy's literally an artillery gun. That wasn't where the players were, right? That would be awkward, because I just got a lot of hit markers. I didn't just kill the players, right? I would have gotten a notification, actually. I think I just hit into there instead. Yeah, one of them got blown up, that's for sure. Okay. And then the undergun is literally a little minigun. It's a Z6 mini. So it goes, hits. Is that a dude? No, it's a piece of grass. Alright. So yeah, this thing behaves with artillery mechanics, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, no, if, let's see, if we go to, commander's seat here, it's gonna be a big reload. Okay, so let's go back to do belly gunner, and I'll see. No, I can't look up. Alright, so it's gonna have to be gunner. So I'll have to hit him with the top gun when that thing reloads, or when that thing comes around, which will be another minute or two. But in that time, the players should come back around. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. That's part of the fun with the game. Is that a guy, or is it a patch of butches? You never know. So let's see. Let's go to commander seat. Have a look around. 15 shots. But he's flying right at me. Okay, this should be easy, right? So if I fire one, where does that even go? Oh, is that all it took? I was expecting it to be a little more tanky, I guess is the word.
Back again.
Falcon, you gotta stop disconnecting, man. Your internet's killing you. It sucks.
First and First it was my internet, and the second time it was my computer.
Oh man, dude, that's okay. We're gonna get you in here.
I will be there at the end.
Yeah, so these guys are gonna see all the these guys. You know what I can do is I can sneak a few more riflemen in here, but that's gonna be it.
Target in sight.
I'm gonna have them just do little two-man sweeps around.
Copy that. On the way. On the way.
Yeah, so yeah, we're a Z95 crash landed, but it doesn't really have a destroyed texture, to be perfectly honest. Literally, even the ordnance is still alive on it, because it's vanilla-based. Ah, gosh, Falcon went down again! Gosh, he has the same bad computer that our Falcon does, to be perfectly honest. That's okay. So what I'm going to do now is literally just charge a bunch of Op4 guys in here to kind of wrap this up, you know? Again, these missions are meant to be short and sweet.
Solid copy.
That's exactly what we're gonna get out of this. Wow, Sharp just got sniped.
Understood.
So, I mean, I cut the fuel to make sure it doesn't move, but yeah. This guy's gonna turn around and he's gonna wonder, what's poppin', Jimbo? How you doing? And, yeah, I'll give it to him. Why not? It's supposed to have been already weakened by airstrikes and shit, so. Big stream of bullets coming from, one of them grabbed one of the heavy repeaters. That's why. That's about gonna wrap it up. So I think that was good. Yes, I do have a guy from back here. He is just a simple rifleman, but he was trying to take a crap, and he's gonna get killed for it. So yeah, overall, again, good test op for more of Star Sim. Well, excuse me, not Star Sim, but you know the mod set's capabilities, since they're not. I don't even know if we'd call them a Star Sim, but for what we got from what I saw with the kits, they performed to my expectations. And everything has behaved accordingly. You know I'm right here, right? You can, like, talk to me.
Oh, I didn't know if you could hear it or not. My bad.
That's okay. I mean, there's one more guy for them to kill, and then it's Index anyway, but just we're gonna let that one guy get killed, and then I'll TP you in. Or he'll kill Bruce. Shit, he just dropped Bruce.
On the way.
I think Bruce will live. Anyway, let me get you in there.
Yeah, Bruce is a stubborn bastard.
Was that Sharp? Cool. Alright, well, Index, I'll just tell him, hey, you know, these ops are meant to be done together, so I will just be cheap in how I preserve the goals themselves. But at least when we get to the contracts, that won't really matter because they're going to be kind of one life per contract, so, you know, they won't be put in that type of situation anyhow. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some of these guys out here.
Roger that. Understood.
Here, actually, better idea. I can literally just grab these guys
On the way.
and make these waypoints happen here instead. And then just drag the waypoints around, you know? That'll add to the movement. don't know what just engaged him. I think, yeah, no, he's playing around with the Glock, that's what. We're just waiting for the call-in at this point, but I'm gonna beat him to it. Olympus, this is Contractor. Message over.
This is Olympus. Send it.
Roger. Allied forces are reporting all objectives completed. Over.
Contractor, this is Olympus. Solid copy. Can confirm. Over.
Roger. Standby for index. Over. Oh shit, you're right. Well, I mean, we should have waited for Valk, but at the same time, I didn't have anything to wait for, and did they just... No, they're shooting at it. Okay.